don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight to you. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn, baby.
Good afternoon and good day. I am Dr. Cesar Climaco and we have the latest coronavirus news blog. This will be a daily episode. We gather news all around the world to have a summary of the novel coronavirus SARS-2 update. A few hours ago, Israel confirmed its second case of new coronavirus. And this patient came from the Diamond Princess cruise ship. So you cannot blame the Israeli authorities of this. Iran, which is a neighbor in the area, has 43 confirmed infections and 8 people dying. That's a very high percentage. Neighbors of Iran closed their borders and airspaces for traveling to Iran. Lebanon, one lady who went to Iran came back with coronavirus. That means there was maybe a center in Iran, in the city of Qom, which had several cases that they do not know yet about. Armenia, which is a neighbor of Iran, also closed its borders. Afghanistan, Iraq, and other neighbors closed its borders to Iranians. And in Italy, another woman died from coronavirus. So the Italians closed their cities into lockdown, about 10 towns. What's the toll in worldwide numbers? Most likely the worldwide number of cases from the coronavirus is about 80,000. Because by the time you announce this, it's 77,000, but in a few more hours it may be 80,000. And the number of deaths are about 2,600. So I think it is useless to just count how many people get sick and count how many people die. And I was reading articles on what was happening in Wuhan, they said that lots of people were sick in the hospitals. And one said his grandfather was waiting 3 days for a bed in the hospital. And he got a hospital bed, in 3 hours he was dead after waiting 3 days. So there may be more problems in China than what they admit. So I think maybe it's better to talk now what can be done or why do people get coronavirus. Coronavirus is one of the multitudes of viruses, and there are multitudes of animals with coronavirus. There are many viruses including AIDS, Ebola, Marburg, dengue, yellow fever, rhinoviruses, pox virus, the papillomaviruses, and many of them have reservoirs in animals. Now, why do people get sick? According to the Chinese authorities, 80% of those who get very sick are old, immunocompromised, their immune system's not working well, and those with other illnesses. One of the ladies in Italy died and she had cancer. One of the patients in the Philippines, I think, had HIV. So the question is, why do a lot of people die from or get coronaviruses? Now, there was an article which is very interesting. It said Indonesia, which has a population of over 200 million, has not reported a case of coronavirus. And I think the answer may be simple and complicated. Now, Indonesia has a latitude of 0.7. The Philippines has a latitude of 12. China has a latitude of about 20. And that most of the countries that are affected by the coronavirus are countries that have a latitude over 100, no, over 20. I think it's called Cancer instead of Capricorn. So what does this have to do with coronavirus? I would say a lot. Since they're blaming immunity as one of the causes of coronavirus infection, when you have a low immunity, you get it. So what does immunity and latitude have to do with each other? Latitude and the sunlight are intermixed. The smaller the latitude, the more sunlight gets through the atmosphere and hits the person. And there's a sunlight has two ultraviolet light, the UVV and the UVA. Now UVV, the ultraviolet light B, is the one that causes the person to have vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is a hormone and a vitamin that can protect people from infections. The higher the vitamin D level, the less infections. The lower the vitamin D level, the more infection. So, that is my theory, and I'm sticking with it. That the people in the northern latitudes above 20, like I said, the Philippines is 12, have more chances of having low immunity because they are not exposed to the ultraviolet light from the sun. Now, one of the things the World Health Organization, in all the reports, they do not even mention vitamin D levels of all these people who get sick. That is a failing. That is incompetence of the World Health Organization. And that is not fake news. I've never seen a study where they check the levels of vitamin D, vitamin C in any of the coronavirus patients who were affected, especially those who died. And they're all wondering why there is no vaccine. There is no need for a vaccine at this time. Vaccines will take months or years to develop. So, I would urge everybody to take vitamin C and vitamin D or get exposed to the sun for their vitamin D levels. Thank you and good luck.